I know there are a lot of videos on YouTube talking about branding and how to build a solid brand and stuff like that. But this video is going to be the ultimate video because I've been able to build a personal brand with not millions of followers, but I've been able to build a multi-million-dollar business. I've reached out to over 300,000 people through my webinars and over 15,000 paid members in my community. So this is not going to be just like some video where people are going to talk about how to get more likes and how to get more followers and play the external game. I'm talking about playing an internal game that has a direct impact on your revenues. And if you're interested in that, this video is for you, because what's going to be covered in this video are these things. I have like 7 different areas to talk about. Number 1, I'll talk about what is branding exactly. What is my definition of branding? It is not just about a logo or designing a website or something like that. Okay, there's something behind that. 2 is I'm going to talk about how to build a personal brand and why personal brand is the ultimate way to really reach out to an audience. And even if you look at some of the biggest names in the world today, like Gary Vee and Grant Cardone and Patrick Bet-David and all these big brands, they have built a brand around themselves and they've connected their personal brand to their company brands. So I'm going to give you that strategy on how that really connects. Number 3 is some business branding strategies if you've been looking for them. Number 4 is how do you really brand your business on YouTube? I'll make it very specific to this platform if you're watching this on YouTube. How to brand your business on Instagram if you're watching this on Instagram. How to brand your business on Facebook. And by the time you go through this particular video till the end, you'll know exactly where to put your energy and how to really make it work. Okay. And number 7 is what are the top 10 elements of branding, which is what I'm going to be covering. So it's going to be a value-packed video, and I would like you to watch this till the end. And if you stay till the end, I'm going to give you some gifts, and I would like you to participate also in the comments as I'm speaking. And if you really want to engage with me more and get the best learning out of this video, I want you to participate with me. So without much further ado, Siddharth Rajshekar here. Let's dive into the elements of branding. Thank you so much. Great to actually have you in this video. And before I even go and explain to you the other stuff, just hit that like button and subscribe to my channel in case you're not connected with me, because this is going to have a great impact on you and your business, especially if you're somebody who's looking at structuring it in the right way. And for me, the way that I like to record videos is very systematic, structured, point shooter style, no beating around the bush. And I like to connect with you straight through video to help you get the best value of your time. Okay, so let's get started. So what is branding? According to me, since I've studied different brands and there are different views about it, that it's a very subjective thing. People have different views about it, and especially people who have gone through like schools and colleges and they're learning, Viscom, visual communications, mass communications, and they have a textbook definition of branding. But here's what I'm here to tell you, that the way that I look at branding is only 3 things. Number 1 is a brand is something that delivers value. Okay. There's a value exchange. People are able to value the entity. They're able to value the individual for what they're providing to the marketplace. Okay, so the first element of branding is the value exchange that is happening. The second aspect of branding is an emotion. See, if you look at the brands like say Nike, I keep wearing Nike shirts because there's an emotion connected to it. I like what they stand for. I went through the book Shoe Dogs. I understood Nike's story and how they became the company that it is today, and I resonate with their values. And same with Apple also. Apple is a brand, and I resonate Apple not just for the technology and the products and stuff like that. I resonate with Apple for what they stand for, and innovative products. They're always, pushing the envelope to do something new. They like to keep it minimalistic, simplistic, functional. Those kind of values that are, under the brand is something what attracts me to the brand. So there's an emotion connected to it. And the third aspect of a brand is the identity. When I talk about identity, you can break it down into multiple elements. The feel of the brand. I always love minimalistic brands. I drive a Mercedes. I wear Nike shirts. I use Apple products. These are my top 3 favorite brands. And I'm pretty sure you'll be able to associate yourself also with some brands like that you've been using for many years. For more than anything else is for the way that you're able to interact with that brand, whatever product it may be. Okay, so identity is their logo, the feel, the energy that brand represents, in the physical space. All of that is what I talk about when it comes to the identity part of it. So according to me, branding is nothing but if you're able to establish value in the marketplace, if you're able to connect an emotion along with whatever you're selling, and if you're able to bring out a very awesome brand identity in terms of look and feel and colors and customer experience overall. Now that is going to be defining your brand. Okay, now that's what is a brand according to me now. So let's come to the next part, which is how do you build a personal brand. Before you go into the company brand, I'll talk about personal brand. And if you stay till the end of this video, I'm going to also give you a link to this particular mind map, which you can download. Okay, I'll give you a link to that, and I want you to stay till the end. So let's talk about a personal brand. And this is a question that many of people may have in their mind is, should I build a personal brand or should I build a company brand? And what is the difference between the two? So let me give you my 2 cents on this. Okay, first let's talk about a personal brand. And I mentioned this earlier on, some of the biggest brands in the world today are all personal brands because they are like Gary Vee and Grant Cardone, all these big names. Even though Gary Vee has more than 10, 15 different companies behind him, VaynerX and stuff like a lot of companies, but still when he's putting himself out there, it is his brand, it is his persona that is actually coming there, because people connect with people and they're able to connect with whatever the person is promoting later on in the second part of it. So people need to buy you first before they buy your product. And for that to work, you need to understand that first is, if you want to build a personal brand, you need to have a core message. Okay, a core, something like, what is the problem that you want to solve? Who do you want to solve that problem for? What channels do they hang out on? Okay, your audience, where do they hang out on? And what kind of content will resonate with that particular audience? Because if you're trying to serve everybody, you're serving nobody. So the first part about building a personal brand is getting your core in place, and what is your mission and who do you want to serve? What problem do you want to solve? Like for example, my personal branded message, even if you look on this channel anywhere else, because I want to reform the education employment system. And I also wrote the book based on that, You Can Coach. Okay, I want to redefine the education system by creating a new breed of teachers. So that's my core branded messaging. And if I have to answer these questions, the problem I want to solve is, I want to solve the education problem system. I want to solve it by creating a new breed of teachers. So my target audience is anyone who's a knowledge giver, who's an expert. And where do they hang out? They hang out on YouTube, they hang out on Facebook, they hang out on Instagram, they hang out on LinkedIn as well. But primarily I'm spending time on YouTube and other of these platforms and building my energy over there. And the content that will resonate with the audience is like what you're watching right now. See, because I'm pretty sure you are a knowledge giver and you want to learn this so that you can put yourself out there as a brand, so that you can reach out yourself to a big audience and you can attract the right kind of customers and students towards you. So this particular piece of content resonates with you. So you have to go back to the drawing board and actually work out your core elements to make it happen. Okay. Second is personal brand. There's an element of design also that is important. Okay. So when I talk about design, having a good photo shoot, like if you look at my photo shoot on my website, I've actually invested in a photo shoot so that it has a particular feel. My name logo, Siddharth Rajshekar logo, the fonts that I use are consistent. In fact, I'm using a font right now called Poppins font, and the same font I'm using even on my website. And even the design elements and my standard colors, I use my standard orange and teal color that I use across all my different platforms. So you as a personal brand, you also need to standardize on your brand design elements. Number 3 is the systems. So once we talk about design, then your systems can be put together. You need to have a personal branded website, just like how I have siddharthrajshekar.com. Let me just show it to you. So you can see here I have siddharthrajshekar.com, build a freedom business. That's my core message. Join the revolution. I'm collecting leads. And then there are some, social proof elements about me, my story, a short video. This is my photo shoot, and endorsements from people who have impacted my community. What does my community stand for? Over 3,500 reviews. And my book that has hit the international bestseller. All of this, endorsements from industry leaders, and my podcast, and then a link for them to follow me on social media. All of this is on one single page of my website, and this is my personal branded website. Now from here, I also have a link to my different social media channels, which I will show you later. Okay, so that's also part of the branding. So the purpose of social media is for you to really put the content out there, just like now you may be watching this video on YouTube or on Facebook, and then you're going to come and see my website, and my website is like my home online. So that's a very important branding element, that you need to have both. I see many influencers, they don't have a proper website. They're only dependent on social media. And if something happens to their profiles on social media, policy changes, they ban their account, they don't have control over it. So always have control over your own channels and use social media as just feeders for them to come to your personal branded website. Number 4 is the content that you post. And when it comes to content also, there's a strategy behind it, and this is what I teach inside my community. You need to have short form content. This video is a long form content where you're going to be spending more than 10 minutes with me to learn something more on a deeper basis, and paid content. Paid content is when people come into my paid community, they access my paid courses, they access my paid coaching and things like that. That's where I have a lot of content over there. And then the fifth element of personal branding is the community aspect. Okay. So community is the groups that I'm part of. So I have a Facebook group which is called the Digital Leadership Mastermind, which is going to be touching over 100,000 members in that group. I also have a community, my own personal branded community, and let me show you that. So what you see on the screen right now is my personal, it's my VIP group on Facebook. In this for everyone. We are touching 91,000 members right now and growing. It might have crossed 100,000 if you're watching it later. And we have like a lot of engagement that is happening on this particular thing. This is for everybody, my paid customers and my people who are not yet my customers. But for my paid customers, I have a separate different social network that I've created, and that is called the IELTS Society here. And in this particular network, we have now close to 12,500 members, and all of these are paid members. They are not just some free people here. Anyone who's paid me minimum 5,000 rupees and above to be a part of my community, they get to access this network over here. And we have people from all walks of life, and I'm teaching them build their brands. Okay, I'm teaching 3D designers, accounts teachers, admission counselors, affiliate marketers, analytics, artists, Ayurvedic experts, biology teachers, CEOs, chefs, content writers, digital ecosystem folks, doctors, English teachers, flying coach, freelancers. We have more than 12,000 people that I'm teaching them, in that community on how they can build their brand. And if you'd like to be a part of my community, all you have to do is go to sids.co/join and join my community. It's a paid community. I have a lifetime membership offer that's happening right now. And once you're inside, I'll be teaching you all the final elements of implementing the whole brand strategy that I'm teaching you over here. Okay. So just to recap, to build your personal brand, you need to have your core clear on your core message, your design elements, your systems, your content, and then your community. Okay. And what we'll do is let's now jump into the next part is how do you build the business brand, like business branding strategies, because like there are many personal brands, but they are not able to connect it to a business. So how I look at business branding is just very simple threefold approach. And the first approach is, again, when it comes to a business, there has to be a core message and a core mission behind the particular business. Okay. So the personal brand, as a personal brand, I have a core message too. As a business, also have a core message. So I have a community brand and my business brand. I'm going to show you a demo of that website also. Okay. And then your business branding strategies has to be driven through products or services. And how do you sell those products and services is using funnels. And all of that is a part of your branding strategy. Okay. And let me just give you a quick example of that. I'm going to jump into my website. So if you can see my screen, this is my business website. This is my community website called the internetlifestylehub.com, and which is the fastest growing community for coaches and trainers. Over 3,500 plus, 4.9 star reviews on Trustpilot. And this is like the message that I have. Okay, over 10,000 members, top notch training. We have some key mentors who are guiding us on this. And what all people are learning in the community are this niche selection, course design, webinar selling, digital coaching, automation, scaling, video marketing, influence building, community building, and traffic generation. Okay, I've in fact trademarked, we're the new school for the new world. Okay, that's the trademark that I have for this business brand. The new society for the new world, a cool shop. And we have all our Hall of Fame members who have achieved great results after coming to our community. We have many thousands of them who are actually getting results right now. So this is my, the main brand message in the brand website. And I also have a brand-based funnel system. So this is the page where I actually collect leads, like how to build a digital coaching business that gives you more freedom. Okay, so it's a very, very clear landing page where people register for my next webinar. It's a 2-hour webinar session. And if you would like to actually learn about this, I would highly recommend that you go to this particular, website. I'll just give you that link. You can go to sids.co/live and register for my next live masterclass so that you can learn more about this and go deeper into understanding how it works. It's a 2-hour live session that I do every time, and very, very regularly. So your business brand has to have your core message, your core products. And if I have to demo to you the product, you can see my screen over here. This is my school. Okay, we are a new school for the new world, and these are all my paid products. Okay, I have so many different courses and for different levels of membership inside my program. And it has taken me a lot of time to build this up. Okay, it's not happened overnight, but it has taken me some time to build it up. So that is the second branding aspect of your business, and then the conversions. So when I talk about conversions, the lead generation strategy and sales strategy, my webinar selling strategy, that's also a brand building strategy. So I'm building my business brand by doing regular webinars every single week. Okay, applying this particular process over here. So if you've actually found this information valuable till now, just type super valuable in the comment box so that I know that you're getting a lot of value from this particular video that you're watching. And like I said, my whole style of teaching is very fast and to the point. And I'm going to give you a copy of this mind map if you stay till the end of this video, and I'll tell you exactly how to get it. Okay. Now I'm going to jump into YouTube branding. So YouTube branding, there are 5 elements that are very important. Okay. Because YouTube is a channel that I prefer as compared to many other channels, because it's long term, it's sustainable, and whatever I'm building on YouTube is going to be standing the test of time. Even after 2 or 3 years, people can probably discover this video and they can learn more. Okay. So the first aspect of YouTube is you need to have the right channel art. And let me show you a demo of all of that. So if you look at my YouTube channel, I've got a very solid channel art on the top. We're going to be touching again 100,000 subscribers over here. I have a nice intro trailer video of myself. And then all my thumbnails and all of this is maintaining that particular brand feel and look and feel that I actually have across my website and other channels. The same orange I'm using, the same font I'm using, the same logo that I'm using. And then some of them are, colorized really well to really stand out and get more clicks and stuff like that. Okay. So the first aspect of YouTube is you need to have a really good channel art that will be attractive and in line with your brand elements. 2 is you need to do the keyword research to identify exactly which are the keywords that people are searching for. If you want to build your brand on YouTube, don't just randomly post videos, do some research around your particular topic, and then have a proper content schedule. Okay. A content schedule is, if you look at it, if you can fix the specific days and times of the week when you're going to be publishing your videos, the better it is for YouTube algorithms. Okay. So if you're going to do Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, 9 p.m., you're going to be launching a video. The audience also is expecting that to happen, and they're going to be getting that value. So have your content schedule in place and be consistent for the first 90 days. Go with long form content. Like this video is already 16 minutes in duration. So whenever you're creating content for YouTube, make it long format and really crack the punch so that your audience are able to get that value in a short span of time. And number 5 is your production style. Like my production style is like this. I like to have my own camera. I mean, my microphone here. I have a camera. I'm sitting in my home office over here. And in the evenings, I have a different setting. In the daytime, I have a different setting. Now it's a daytime video shoot that I'm doing. And I like to use mind maps.
Results.
Okay.
I was seeing the ripple effect of my students.
And myself and my screen. And I'm switching between this and then going to my website and coming back. So this is my production style, and this is what I like to do. So you may have a different production style. Some people may have a lot of B-rolls and music and a lot of edits and chops and stuff, like gadget gaming reviews, kind of channels. But I don't do that. For me, it's more content based and more formula.
Combine these ingredients.
So this is my production style. All of this is a part of my brand building process.
A lifestyle of freedom.
Right now, after me doing a lot of mind mapping videos, you can see hundreds of other coaches and trainers using mind maps to do videos, because it's so much more impactful and so much more easier and convenient to deliver information as compared to just sharing from a PPT and so on. Okay. So let's come to the next part of branding, is how do you build a brand now on Instagram?
Digital tribes.
And why I like Instagram is Instagram is a great channel as compared to Facebook, where the reach is much more.
I know
the engagement is so much more. Facebook's organic reach is actually
this is the best time in the history of the world to impact people.
But the point here is this: you need to use Instagram as a feeder channel
on this journey,
to bring it back into your website,
there's
or to
no
bring it
turning
back
back.
into your YouTube channel.
And you will feel
Let me
it.
show this to you.
Just like.
So if you look at my Instagram way that I've branded my channels, I have a standard profile image here. In fact, I have a verified profile on Instagram, and I've branded also all these different highlights that you see here. Okay, results, concepts, books, lifestyle, and I keep highlighting them on various posts that I do as stories and stuff like that. Okay, and if you scroll down, it also has a very, very clear branded look and feel, the same orange color. And I'm having a very standard routine of content that I'm posting. So let me explain to you how to build that brand on Instagram in the best possible way. Number 1 is you need to optimize your profile like the way that I've done. Okay, your profile image, your highlighted images, and the different themes and topics that you want to have there. That's a part of your brand representation on Instagram. 2 is reels. Okay, if you can do 1 reel per day, again 1 minute video, maintain that same kind of look and feel. If you look at the way that I've optimized my Instagram channels, I have reels happening every day, at least 1 reel per day. And just to show you, this is the latest reel that I've done. Okay, so where it has a particular look and feel, me standing and I'm talking about some stuff, and I have at least 20 to 30 hashtags, maybe around 20 hashtags over here. Okay, and that's helping me connect. I have another reel. Let me show you another reel where I'm talking about connecting the dots. Okay, and all of this is something that I keep doing on the fly. I have some reels where I talk about members' success stories. When I'm interviewing them, they're getting results. Okay, and I get a lot of responses on those kind of posts. So reels is the first, after optimizing your profile, jump into reels and do a lot of stuff on reels, 1 minute videos to give them teaser content. Even carousels is something that I've been experimenting with this and getting some great value, value add to my audience. I'm able to give value to the audience. So let's jump in and show you this. So if you see here on the right side, all these 5 mind-bending movies, 5 video tools, 5 pro audio gear, 5 concepts from my book, 5 entrepreneurs. Like I'm using the theme of 5, and all of these are carousels. Let me just scroll this and show you. This got like 755 likes over here. People can just quickly scroll through this, and I share all my 5 things, and at the end of it, I give a call to action. The call to action is I either ask people to go and share their comments below, or in some cases, in this case, I'm sharing some really powerful tools. Okay. The call to action over here is what other apps do you use? And in many cases, I'm pointing them back to my videos or my podcasts or something else. So here, if I'm sharing about other tools that I'm using, okay. And what is your favorite tool from this list? And let's come and see some of my latest concepts from my book. So if I'm talking my book concept, I share all my different models and concepts from my book, and then I get people to buy my book. So this is how I'm building my brand. And by the way, my book is also a brand building tool. Okay. So I'll come to that later, but just to give all of you an idea, Instagram, using reels, using carousels, using quotes, your own quotes also, which you can actually get stuff done on canva.com, get your own, theme of quotes. All of this will help you build your brand. And also lifestyle pics. Okay, so I also share pics from my lifestyle or even from my past, any kind of throwback pics. Those really get a lot of traction. Like I did this post of me along with my grandpa on his birthday that got like 1,500 likes, where regularly I would be getting 365 to 700, 300 to 400 likes at this point on a particular post engagement. This got like so much because it is connected to my personal brand and my personal story and stuff like that. So if you want to build a brand on Instagram, make sure that you have all of these elements that I'm mentioning over here. Okay. Now let's come to the 6th part, is how do you build a brand on Facebook? And even though I said that Facebook, the organic reach is dying and it is growing down and stuff like that, I have 3 tips for you. Number 1 is you can build a brand using your fan page. And the way that I do it is like this. So if you can see my screen, this is my Facebook fan page. I also have a verified Facebook page on this because of the brand that I was able to build. And here I have directly the first sticky message is a very powerful message. I say you can copy my website, you can copy my funnels, you can copy my ads, you can copy my content, you can copy my courses, but you cannot copy my heart. You cannot copy my intentions. That is also part of my brand building. I want to give out a very strong message to people who are coming and discovering me for the first time. And then I have an image of mine. Then I have a lot of posts. I keep whatever I share on Instagram, the quotes, videos. I go live a lot on Facebook, and this is how I build my brand on Facebook pages. The second place to build a brand is on Facebook groups. Like I have my own Facebook group called the Digital Leadership Mastermind, which is going to be touching over 100,000 people right now. And even in this, every time I make a post, like for example, I did a post last week. As soon as I finished my, let me just show you my, I do a session, okay, every week. What were your top biggest takeaways from our hackathon? Okay, where I spoke about curriculum design framework. Look at this, 138 comments. And this is not just some normal comments, like people have given their takeaways and so much of engagement and interaction is happening. And every time I do like a session with my paid members, I come and share a post in this community over here, which is open for all. It's a private group, but open for all. And when they share their, comments and stuff below over here, those 90,000 people that you're seeing right now, for them, the perception is like, wow, there's so much of impact happening. And this is also a brand building process. Okay. So you can use Facebook page to build a brand. You can use Facebook group to build a brand, and also your Facebook profile also to build your brand. Okay. So how do I do it in my profile is, let me just jump to my profile and show you. So here, whenever I make a post, this is where I'm connecting with my friends, and I've kind of maxed out my friends over here, but still there are over 13,000 people following me over here. And every time I make a post, I get a lot of responses and stuff on these kind of posts. Okay. So I'm basically pushing my content in multiple places to accelerate my engagement with my audience, and also to really make it bring that brand recall into their minds every single day. And if you found this useful till now, just type super duper useful in the comment box. Yes, do it. Super duper useful. Type that in the comment box. Now we'll continue on this. The 7th point is, how do you build your brand keeping in mind the 10 elements of branding. I'm just going to do a quick recap, because I'm pretty sure that this video till now, if you've been watching till this point, you would know that you would have never got this kind of information anywhere in any other videos on YouTube at this much of speed and clarity, because of the mind mapping and my whole style of teaching. Okay, so I'm going to sum it up now with the top 10 branding elements, and please make note of this. because this will give you like a good perspective of the whole game. Number one is you need to have your mission and message. That message should not keep changing. That core message should be very consistent and people should know you for that one thing. Okay. The second element of branding is your logo. Now you can have your name logo, like I have siddharthrajshekhar.com. I have my community logo, Internet Lifestyle Hub community logo. You can have both of them designed. You can go to a website called 99designs.com, 99designs.com to go and check out some, you can hire some really good quality designers to design that logo for you. Number three is the fonts. Font consistency across your different platforms. I'm talking about your website should have the same fonts. Your PPTs should have the same fonts. Your mind map should have the same font, where people feel the same flavor wherever they go, in whichever platform they interact with you. Number four is the colors that you use. Standardize your branding colors. Number five is the website. Okay, I showed you my personal branded website, I showed you my community website. Even that's a branding element. Number six are your social media channels. Your YouTube channel, your Instagram handle, your Facebook handle, your LinkedIn handle, LinkedIn channels. In fact, LinkedIn is more powerful in the personal profile. Okay, so you can drive that forward. Then your content. Every single content that I post out, even this particular video, if you see, it has a particular branded look and feel. Okay, I have my logo over here, name logo, and I have my community logo over here. Okay, you can see this over here. So that's how all my videos have that standard branded feel also when you're posting out content, whether it's a video content, whether it's a quote, whether it is a carousel, whether it's a reel, maintain some brand consistency over there. Number 8 is the funnels, the landing pages and your sales funnels. Number 9 is your community, the way that you nurture your community. I have my Facebook community and I have my paid community, and I've demoed both of that to you. And finally, number 10 are the results. There's nothing better than you helping others get results. And let me show you practically how I've been able to do that.
Flow.
So if you can see here on my YouTube channel, I have a playlist called the Hall of Fame. Okay, if you're watching this on YouTube or anywhere else, just go to my YouTube channel and just go and check this out. In this Hall of Fame, I have interviews of all my successful students and I've documented their success stories, and we have over 128 documented videos as of now. Okay, I don't have time to document. There are so many people who are getting results, and you can go and watch. Each of these are 20 minutes to 30-minute interviews where I have personally interacted with my students and I've generated those success stories. And because of me generating these kind of success stories over the last, a few years, okay, it's been more than one to 2 years, my brand has been able to build to such a large extent that it's unimaginable. And if you look at it, is even on Trustpilot, I have more than 3,693 reviews, okay, of people who have been able to get like phenomenal results within our community over here. Like, just go and read these big comments that people have. And this is also a part of the brand building process. So I'm here to tell you that if you want to build a brand, you need to have all of these 10 elements in place. And this is what's going to help you take your game to the next level. Your mission, your logo, your fonts, colors, website, social media, content, values, community, funnels, and results. And more importantly, you need to have these 3 elements. You got to deliver value in the marketplace. There has to be an emotion, underlying your message and what you're doing. And you need to have your identity, keeping that 10-point checklist that I shared with you. Okay. Now, if you're able to get the value from today's video that I'm actually sharing with you, and even if you're watching this later, I have 3 gifts for you. Number 1 is, I have a special offer right now that's running for those of you who really want to be a part of my community, my paid member tribe. So if you just go to sids.co/join, okay, that's the link for you to go and get started. And this offer keeps changing, and later on if you come and see that this offer is not there, I won't be able to help you. But just to give you an idea, this is the link. If you go to sids.co/join, you'll come to a landing page. You can actually see all the different case studies of my successful students and all the different products that I'm offering in the membership that we have right now. And at this point when I'm recording this video, we have a 50% off on the community membership. So jump in and get started. The second gift that I have for you is I would like to invite you to my live webinar for free. If you go to sids.co/live, you can be a part of the live webinar if you want to learn more than just what you experienced here in the last 30 minutes. And finally, I have a free gift and a free course to give you. Is called the Digital Coach Blueprint course, where I'm going to give you a downloadable PDF of my blueprint that has helped me build this into a multi-million-dollar brand that I'm running right now. Go to sids.co/blueprint and get your hands on that. Okay, so these are my gifts to you. And before I actually leave this video, I want to thank you for being here. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that like button, and share your top takeaways, especially if you're a part of my community. Use the hashtag ILHDeepLearner, and you could win a free copy of my book, You Can Coach, if you share your learnings below the comments over here. Keep tuning on for more of my future videos. I look forward to serving you and supporting you and helping you become a global brand in the next few years. Wish you all the best. Bye-bye.